I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't know what angle to film in because right now I don't have an angle that's good because the lighting is harsh. It really said, hi, I'm here, so je ne sais pas. Ow! Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dilly here, welcome back to my channel. So basically in today's video I'm going to be doing 10 things I wish I knew before coming to boarding school, or you are in boarding school, maybe some of these tips will help you. These are really like broad tips, they're not going like in depth or anything. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below if you haven't already, and yeah, let's go into the video. The first thing is making like a financial plan or learning how to manage your money. I feel like this is one of the most important things that you guys should take away from this video, just because I feel like when you go to boarding school, it's like one of the first experiences that you're like away from your family, and all these like new responsibilities are like put on you, and you have so much freedom. One of the reasons I did come to boarding school is just because of like how much freedom you have, and I love it so much. Doing like a financial plan and like breaking down what you can spend each month is gonna help you like save so much money in the long run, especially because you're gonna have to like buy groceries for yourself, you're gonna be able to order food, you're gonna be on Amazon at like 3 AM in the morning, you're gonna be like impulsively buying clothes. Like there's so many other things that you are gonna spend money on. So I feel like just making a financial plan, like sitting down with your parents, being like, okay, this month I'm gonna be spending this much on like food, because Uber Eats has sucked thousands of dollars from me. I'm not even kidding. I'm a sucker for Uber Eats now. Like I feel like boarding school has made me like an Uber Eats addict, because the food here, like boarding school food, I don't want to like categorize everybody under one roof, but boarding school food usually isn't that good. So I order food like way too much. But I sat down with my parents and I told them like I want to order food and stuff like that, and then they gave me a budget of how much I can spend each week, and then I also have a budget just for myself, how much I am like allowed to buy on Amazon and how much I am allowed to buy on like clothes and like stuff like that, as well as putting in my phone bill and like Disney Plus and stuff like that. And then I'm able to like see how much I'm spending each month, and I also get a budget. And the thing is with boarding school or just living away from your parents is when you're with them, you can go up to them and be like, hey, can I borrow like $10? But you can't do that, especially if you're living like in a completely different continent than them, like I am. I can't just ask them for $10 and get it in like the next 10 minutes. I have to wait at least like 3 days for the money that they send to me to come in. So I need to like strategically plan out my money, and then if I need more money, I need to like plan ahead and ask them, can they send me more money before I run out. I just feel like it's okay. The second thing I wish I knew is to get slippers for the showers. I in fact did do this because my friend told me to do this, but if you've never been to a boarding school, if you've never had friends that have been at a boarding school, like getting slippers or like shower like shoes or something for the shower is very important, because you don't want your feet touching the crusty dusty floors of the shower, because you never know what's happened there. People can pee on the floor, there could be period blood on the floor, there could be so much stuff on the floor that you just don't want your feet touching. And the showers are like, they get cleaned very regularly, but they're still very much nasty. So just having like shoes, I feel like you feel cleaner, because I feel like if I went in the shower without shoes, I would still feel dirty if I came out and like washed my whole entire body, if that makes sense. The third thing is like staying on top of your work and don't slack on it, and like making sure you're able to split up your social life with your like academic life. I feel like this is like one of like the biggest things I learned, just because you're surrounded by your friends 24/7. Like their rooms are next to yours, or like a few floors away, or like a floor away, and you're spending like 24/7 with your friends. So I feel like it's hard, or like it's easy to like slack on school because you just want to spend every moment with your friends and like make memories and like just be with them. But like maybe going to the library, to a cafeteria, to a classroom, to somebody's room, just having like a study session with everybody, get all your work done, and then when your work's done you don't have to stress about it, and then you can like hang out with your friends later on. Because I feel like, especially if your parents aren't there as well, I feel like it's like you're in a holiday setting, if you get what I mean. And it's like, oh, school's over, I don't have to work anymore, just because your parents maybe aren't telling you to work, if that's what you had when you were at home, or your friends aren't working, so therefore you're not working, and people can influence you to like just slack on school. And it's very easy to slack on school here in a boarding school. I've noticed that. I still hand everything on time and I do my work, but my top tip is like doing work in class, and I'm very big hypocrite because I don't always do this. And when I don't do this, I hate myself for it because then I have homework. But making sure you're just like on top of school and don't slack, because the main reason you are in boarding school is obviously for the experience as well as like the academic side of it. So the fourth thing is to get a fridge. This has been my lifesaver. That's my fridge right there. I have a fridge. My friend's not for there right now, but I have a fridge with a freezer and a fridge, just because the freezer is like one of the biggest things that saved my life. Like, if you're gonna get a fridge, get one with a freezer, because you can store so much stuff in there and it lasts so much longer than if you just have a fridge. But like, when I tell you as well, get instant noodles, because when you're in boarding school, you're gonna be eating instant noodles at like 3 a.m. in the morning. No joke, you're gonna be eating noodles at 3 a.m. in the morning. And if you have like milk in the fridge, you can make cereal, or you can like get bread and get like jam, or like it's just like to have food, because again, boarding school food isn't that good, so you can just have food if you're hungry and you need to eat, or if you don't want to order that day, or if you don't want to eat like the school food, you like at least have like food in your room so you don't starve. So yeah, before I had a fridge, it was terrible because I never had milk, so I couldn't make a tea, or I couldn't have cereal or anything like that. But yeah, also along with that, get like a kettle. You can get like a big kettle, or you can get like a camp kettle that like goes down. That's one I have, and it's very useful to make noodles, to make tea, to make anything like that, if your school doesn't have like a hot water system, because ours we're not allowed to use because of COVID right now. So yeah. So the next thing is, don't buy things before you come, and make sure you have room for the things that you buy. So if you've never been to your room before, or if you've never been to the campus before, I would wait to see, or if you've never had a tour before, I would wait to see how your room looks like, because pictures, you never know how like big the room is or how much space you have. So I feel like waiting until you get here to buy your things, because like the tapestry I bought, and all like my LED lights you can buy, but like things like, I don't know, like wall art, or like things you want to put on your wall, or like a chair or something, like your beanbag and stuff like that, I would wait to see how much room you have before you buy anything, or try to see the room before you buy anything, just so you aren't buying something that doesn't fit in your room, because a lot of dorm rooms aren't that big. And making sure you have room for stuff, just because you're gonna impulsively buy things. So my t-shirt drawer is basically overflowing right now, and it's very much bad because I have been buying 20 clothes. I'm guilty. Yeah. So the next thing is, a lot of rooms don't have overhead lighting, and by that I mean like they don't have like the lighting on the ceilings. So maybe getting like different lights. My room has like a light for my desk, and it also has a light over my sink, but those are the only two lights I have, and they aren't that like effective. Oh, and there's like a light above my cupboards as well, but they're not that effective. So getting something like another lamp, or getting something like LED lights like I have to have on at night, or when you actually want to be able to work, is very important. Because I mean, all boarding schools are different. Making sure you have a light is basically what I'm trying to say. So next, make sure you call your family and friends, because you're gonna be spending so much time with your friends here, like at boarding school and stuff like that. So I feel like it's really easy to slack on calling your family. I have noticed that. So making sure you just keep contact with them, and also like making sure you call your friends at home, because like if you go home for summer or like for breaks, because you usually go home a lot, like you go home like breaks, well it depends how far away you are from your family, but like if you aren't that far away, or if you are, you usually go home at least like for summer and Christmas. Making sure you keep in contact with your friends from back home, just so you actually have people to hang out with when you go back home, because if you don't, it's kind of awkward. You're just gonna be sitting in your room doing absolutely nothing. So the next thing is be open to making new friends and asking them for their social medias, because if you're coming to boarding school, there's a high chance that if you don't have a friend here, you're not gonna have friends. So you have to be open to making new friends, and if you find somebody you like, just ask them for their Snapchat, ask them for their Instagram, so you guys get to know each other better through texting. But if you find it awkward, if you guys don't want to talk, or just biting the bullet and just going to talk to random people to see like if you vibe with them, because I feel like it's really easy to like be scared to talk to new people. So maybe asking them for their social medias to get to know them a bit better, and then hanging out with them, or like invite them to your room, or ask to want to study together or something like that. And then also like push yourself. I feel like this is like one of the key things to do in boarding school, because I wish I did this more. I'm not gonna lie to you, I really wish I did this more. Like pushing yourself to make new friends, pushing yourself to do like things that you don't like typically want to do. Maybe like they have an activity that you want to do, or they have like things that you can do outside of like campus or something. Make sure you take those opportunities and push yourself to do something, even if it's out of your comfort zone, because maybe you're gonna have the best time of your life. Maybe you're gonna meet your best friend, you know what I mean? Like just do it. If it doesn't work out and you don't like it, you don't really lose anything. There's nothing to lose if you're gonna do it or not. And then lastly, just have fun. Like generally boarding school like has been like one of the best experiences that I've had in my life, just purely because of how much freedom I have and how much I'm not having to like rely on my parents. But then again, I'm not like living by myself, I'm living with my friends, and I find it so nice living with your friends because you can spend like early hours with them in their rooms, or they're in your rooms, and you can just chill with them. And I just find that so like cool. I don't know, if you ever get an opportunity to go to a boarding school, I would 110% recommend going, because it's not like having a sleepover with your friends. Is legitimately they become your family. Like you're gonna be living with them 24/7. You're gonna be eating dinner, breakfast, lunch, be with them, study with them, annoy them, you know. So it's a very fun experience. So just have fun, take the opportunities you have, and if you take some of these tips, then your boarding school life will be a lot better. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, again, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And I'm gonna be trying to upload more. I know I say that every single video, but I promise I am. Yeah.